Good morning, everybody. Today I wanted to share a little bit about my mother. This last week, my mother passed away at the age of 94 and a half. The services will be today. The funeral home is today between 2 and 6, and today is February 25th, I believe. And tomorrow at 11 o'clock at Palm Heights Baptist Church at 11 o'clock will be the funeral, which I'll be attending. I'll be driving from Columbus, so I have to kind of ask other people usually to take me up to Cleveland. When I go visit my mother, either my friend Mickey or Terry would take me up. Victoria's gone with us several times to visit my mom. My mother adored Victoria. She always shared Christ with her, as my mom did most people she came in contact with. Some of the memories I remember of my mother would be when I was a child. We'd be in J.C. Penney's at Southland. That's when they used to have J.C. Penney's there. And we'd be looking through the little boys' clothes for me or clothes for my sisters. And my mother would be singing, Christian music, Christian songs, and my dad would be whistling. Whenever my dad went with us, he would be whistling. My mom would do singing. But I have never seen my mother not share Christ with somebody that she was in the store with. She used to carry the 4 spiritual law books with her that Dr. Billy Graham came up with several years ago on the plan of salvation. And my mother would just start talking to somebody and passing it out. She had Bibles too, New Testament she would pass out. She ordered a box or two at a time. Our daily bread she passed out. She would order a couple boxes of those. I don't know if it's a year or what, but she always made sure that people had a copy of it. My mother had a Bible study at her house. It had to be 40 or 45 years. I remember that as a child. It used to be every Tuesday morning. And we had to always play quietly. We had to go outside and stuff. But my mother would play the auto harp, and somebody would lead the Bible study. And a lot of those ladies went there for years and years, and some were Catholic, some were Protestant, but they all came in unity when it came to Christ. But I have never seen my mother not share Christ with someone. Even when I called, she would say how blessed she was that God brought all 4 of us children to her, and we all were adopted. When we were small, I think I was like 6 months. I was under a year, put it that way. And I'm not sure how old my brothers and sisters were. I'm the only male still living. I shared a picture on Facebook the other day of me, my dad, my mom, and my brother. And I'm the only one that's still living out of those 2. And I have 2 sisters that are still living. We all are in our 60s or late 50s now. So we're blessed and fortunate that both our parents lived till we were older. My dad died a few years back. My brother first died. I think it's been 4 years maybe. I think it was right before I had my stroke. And then in December, I don't know if it was 2019 or 20. I'm trying to think. It might have been 2020 or 2021 that my father passed away. I can't remember exactly. So I have never had to deal with death so much as I have the last 5-6 years. But I guess as we get older, stuff like this happens. And I'm not afraid of dying because I know where I'm going to go when I die. And I've already had that experience when I had my stroke and coded out. But I don't think anybody can replace a mother's love. Whenever I felt down or I had I wasn't feeling good or I was depressed, I'd always call my mother and she would always say something nice. Because you do need that type of support team, and she was really the the one that I talk to the most. I don't really have the connection with too many people like that. But my mother was very understanding and very loving. She's the one that taught me to accept people for who they are and not to judge people. You know, you know, that's why, I tried to invite people over for the holidays. I've used poor judgment before by moving people in thinking I was doing what was right. Um, Maybe my motives were good, but it was still wrong because I was told not to. And then half the time the people did use me for whatever reason it was. But there's nothing that can replace a mother or a father or really any family member except memories that you'll keep for the rest of your life. And especially when they're good memories. So I was really down for this last week, not feeling good, kind of depressed. I'm not a big talker. I don't know how to show emotions, so I kind of bottle everything up. But I also know that my mother is smiling. And she was really anxious to get to heaven. So, and the pain she was in before she died, was horrible. I wasn't there, but my sister told me, that she was in a lot of pain. I seen her a week before she died. So I did have the opportunity of seeing her. Okay, folks, have yourself a great day.